Hi. How are you? Good morning. Hello. Welcome. I am exhausted. I woke up today at 3 p.m. I'm sore from yesterday's workout. And generally, yesterday was a really emotionally draining, exhausting day. So I just want to do something nice today, something that's not exciting at all. So I'm gonna bake a cake. To be precise, a spiced chocolate cake. I just found this recipe online. I think it sounds tasty, so I'm gonna try it. That's it, that's all that's happening today. So I'm gonna lead you through this recipe and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about yesterday. I already greased and powdered my loaf pan with cocoa powder, so that's prepped. Please excuse the ticking noise in the background, that's my oven preheating. I'm trying out a microphone today. I don't know if it's gonna work, but let's should hope it does. So we need 400 grams of grated carrots. I already did that. I grated half of the carrots on this larger hole and the other half fine, because we love some texture. Now I'm gonna add the other wet ingredients, 4 eggs and 150 milliliters of sunflower seed oil. I don't think that's enough. I'm just gonna substitute the rest with coconut oil. Hello, can I help you? Do you want to say hello to the camera? No, you just want food. Not right now, honey, not right now. Eggs. So yesterday I woke up, I watched some YouTube videos, and then I went grocery shopping and to the gym. And my plan was to go back home and spend the rest of the day editing the last video. But then, on my way home from the gym, I found a rabbit. It was clearly heavily injured. So wild rabbits living in the green spaces in the parks and green spaces in this town, that's totally normal. Actually it was creeping around on the edge of a bridge going over a highway, and it did not really run when I approached it. The eyes were swollen and crusty with pus, and it also had some obvious injuries around the mouth and nose area. So, what would you do? I know that I picked it up and took it home with me because I could not leave it there. I don't know if you have noticed yet, I don't think I have showed them, but I have rabbits. 2 of them to be precise, a black one and a white one. So me rescuing a rabbit is just about what to expect. Both my baskets on my bike were full, so I carried it in my sweatshirt. And my plan was to do some basic caretaking. I could stay in my bathroom for the night, and the next day I would drop it off at a vet or a shelter. I did not really know where to bring the wild rabbit, so that's why I took it home with me in the first place, and then I did some Googling and I asked some friends. So I brought it home with me. I put it directly in the bathroom. I cleaned the eyes. I cleaned the pus out of the eyes so it could see something. I tried to clean the wounds around the nose, but it was really not having that. So at that point I left it alone. I just dropped some food in there, and I was smart enough. Obviously, I just brought a wild animal home. I have animals at home. I changed my entire clothes, well, except for my underwear, before going in the living room, and I washed my hands and arms, and since I carried it in my sweatshirt, also this area, my first concern was, can rabbits transfer rabies? So that's the first thing I googled, and no, they cannot. So that's good to know. So then I went on Twitter, I posted what happened, and I asked for some advice and for some tips other than the local animal shelter who could help me. And people started noticing that the rabbit looks like it had, what's it called, myxomatosis, something like that. You can also call it rabbit pestilence in German. So I looked that up and I realized, oh shit, these people are right. That's probably what it is. Myxomatosis is a man-made virus that was used, or that is used, to root out rabbit overpopulation. It's highly contagious and it's really cruel in my opinion. Like, I get that there is a need to get rid of overpopulation for many valid reasons, but the way the rabbits die during this illness, it's really cruel. It's really painful. I don't know. So let me mix this carrot, egg, and oil mixture real quick. Really the best thing for the rabbit I found was to bring him to a vet and end his suffering. Put him down. So that's what I did. Someone helped me to find a clinic that was still open at, I think it was like 8:30 p.m. So I wrapped him in a little kitchen towel. I made a little bunny burrito. I brought him there and I dropped him off. And I don't know what happened to him. That was really exciting in a negative way. On the one hand, it totally, like, it's a very normal and natural thing that wild, or that just animals in general, that they die. But I think just because I also have rabbits, basically bringing him to his death, I felt really bad yesterday. I was really sad. Say hello. Are you okay? What are you chewing? I know you don't like this. Yeah, I felt really bad for the little guy that I found. And of course, I was also really concerned about the possibility of my rabbits catching the virus. I cleaned everything last night. I threw the clothes I wore directly in the washing machine. I washed and disinfected my hands and my whole upper body very properly. Nonetheless, I'm still concerned. I started incorporating coconut oil, ginger, and horseradish into their diet because apparently that's supposed to help against the virus. They do get their shots, like at their annual checkups, but up until this point I never really cared about what was in the shots exactly. And even if they got a shot against myxomatosis, they could still get it. Like, you can't do something against it 100%. I'm now gonna add 200 grams of sugar to this. So next, 100 gram of cocoa powder, just baking cocoa powder. On my way home from the clinic, I came by where I work. I work at a bakery, and I was just so upset. So I went in to chat with my colleagues, tell them what happened, just talk about it. Get a chocolate croissant to, eat something, and maybe that lifting my mood a little bit. And my colleague invited me to come to her place after work. It was like half an hour before we closed, to just have some tea and talk. She also had a rough week up until this point, so that's what we did. We just sat there and had tea. And little green tea cakes. They were really tasty. And just talked for like 2 hours. It's so simple. Just talking and drinking tea. But I really enjoyed that. It was really nice. And I think I should do that more often with my friends. Or really just other people. This already looks super yummy. I'm now gonna add 250 grams of flour. A thick batter. But it smells really, really delicious. So I already added a pinch of salt. I'm now gonna add some baking powder, some vanilla sugar, and some chopped almonds. Really? Do you want an almond? Do you want an almond? So it's time to add the spices. So I need 3 cloves. I'm gonna finely chop them. This slightly feels like chopping pills. That's fine enough. Gonna add around a teaspoon of grated ginger. Yeah, it looks like a teaspoon. And I'm also gonna add the same amount of cardamom. Well, I'm gonna add just like this much. So today is Friday, I'm making this cake for Sunday for my pen and paper group. We're gonna play again after a 7-month break because our GM spent a semester abroad in Portugal and he's back, so we can finally continue our adventure. Let me taste this batter at this point. Oh hell yeah! I have prepared 2 little muffin things. I'm gonna fill these with batter now because we still have to add cinnamon to this cake, and one of my friends does not like cinnamon, so 2 muffins without cinnamon. Now I'm gonna add around 2 tablespoons of cinnamon to the rest of the batter. Did you hear that? No, you're not supposed to eat it. He was snorting. Honey, that was so adorable. I tried to record your snorting. You're not supposed to eat the microphone. Alright. Alright, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna pop everything in the oven now and tell you later if I like the cake. Thanks for watching. Bye.